Step 1, wake up early, gon' rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4.
Welcome, Taekook Forever. Today we are back to discussing the sweet moments of Jungkook and Taehyung. It's not about camera highlights or intentionally displayed scenes, but those brief moments that are almost missed, and jealousy, a small smile, a warm gaze, or a spontaneous gesture that feels so sincere. Let's be honest, in the world of fandom, even the smallest moment can turn into a big story, and this time, all the attention is on Taehyung's expression that can't seem to hide his feelings. It all started with a simple interaction. Jungkook looked relaxed, joking, and enjoying the company of others around him. There was nothing weird really, he was just being himself, warm, friendly, and full of energy. However, for the observant eye, there was one small detail that immediately stole the spotlight. Taehyung's reaction. Taehyung, who usually looked calm and charismatic, showed a different side this time. His gaze changed, his expression hardened slightly, and the aura he emitted felt more intense than usual. It was as if there was something he was holding back, a feeling he didn't want to show, but was still clearly visible to those who were watching. Fans immediately speculated. Is it jealousy? Or is it just a coincidence? However, when you look deeper, the moment feels more than just a coincidence. The way Taehyung watches Jungkook, how he seems to watch his every move, and how his expression changes when Jungkook gets too close to others, it all feels so real. On the other hand, Jungkook doesn't seem to be fully aware of what's happening. He's still cheerful, laughing, and enjoying the moment. But that's where the contrast lies. One side looks free and relaxed, while the other seems to be holding something deeper. This is what makes many fans feel touched. Because behind all the speculation and interpretation, one thing feels clear: their relationship has such a strong and emotional dynamic. The phrase, Jungkook belongs to one person, may sound like an exaggeration when viewed literally. But in the context of feelings, in the way one notices, cares, and reacts, it makes more sense. It's not about ownership, it's about closeness so deep that it's hard not to feel a little jealous. In the end, whether it's true jealousy or just a fan interpretation, no one can be sure. But one thing is for sure, moments like this show how strong their chemistry and bond is, to the point that even the smallest expression can speak volumes without the need for words. The more fans replay the moment, the more small details begin to appear. There's a brief pause when Taehyung seems to look away, as if trying to control his emotions. Then a few seconds later, he looks back at Jungkook, this time with an expression that's harder to read. Not angry, not completely relaxed, but something in between. Things like this make many people feel that what happened is not just a camera coincidence. Because often, the most honest feelings actually appear in unplanned moments. Interestingly, after that, the interaction between the two of them also felt a little different. There was a closeness that was visible again, a softer look, a smile that seemed to imply everything is fine. It was as if whatever had been felt earlier had just passed, or maybe it had been resolved in their own way. And this is where the fandom again splits into two sides. Some believe it's a real sign of jealousy, something human, something that shows just how deep Taehyung's concern is for Jungkook. While others think it's just an exaggeration, the result of the camera's perspective and the fans' imagination going too far. But perhaps, the truth doesn't always have to be black or white. Because in the end, what makes this moment so interesting is not whether Taehyung is really jealous or not. Rather, how one small expression can make so many people feel connected, feel the same emotions, and build a story behind it. Jungkook is still Jungkook, free, cheerful, and full of charm. Taehyung is still Taehyung, calm, deep, and unpredictable. But when the two are in the same frame, there is always something different. Something that doesn't need to be explained directly, but enough to be felt. And maybe that's the reason why moments like this always go viral. Because behind all that, there's one question that keeps ringing in fans' minds. Is it just a coincidence, or a feeling that doesn't have time to hide completely? But when viewed from a deeper side, quieter, more honest, the moment felt like something much more personal. It's not just a look. It's not just an expression captured by the camera. There's a small pause where the world seems to slow down, and within that pause, Taehyung only sees one person, Jungkook. Not because he wants to have. Not because he feels entitled. But because of that feeling, it just came along. The way Taehyung looked at Jungkook at that time wasn't like someone who was upset. More like someone who was secretly afraid of losing something valuable. Something he might never say in words, but he always kept it in his own way. And Jungkook remains him. Laughing freely, shining effortlessly, attracting attention unconsciously. Like a light that never knows how warm it is to others. Maybe that's what makes Taehyung's heart waver a little. Because when someone so mean looks so close to the vast world, with others, with laughter shared in many directions, there's a little part of you that wants to say, stay here. Not to limit, but to feel that he is not alone in that feeling. And among the crowd, behind the spotlight and sound, there is one thing that feels so clear. Taehyung wasn't really jealous of anyone else. He just didn't want to miss the moment where Jungkook was the closest place to come home. Then when their gazes finally met again, briefly, almost imperceptibly, something changed. The little smile returned. Softer. Warmer. As if saying, without sound, I'm here. And maybe, in the end, it's not about who belongs to whom. But it's about two people who, in the midst of all the hustle and bustle of the world, always find a way to see each other again. As if nothing has really changed. Thank you for watching to the end, Taekook Forever lovers. If you also feel that Jungkook and Taehyung really gave an amazing performance, don't forget to support this video by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Let us know in the comments section which moments of appearance from the Face era give you goosebumps. See you in the next video.